What's happening, y'all? Welcome to the Offseason. I'm your boy, OG Tim Wilson. I am here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Waves. What up, though, fellas?
What up?
That's right. Waves, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
What up, though? All right, so Waves was watching my karate moves against this fly that I got in my room.
He said, judo chop.
I'm going to cut that nigga's balls off. Pow! He will not have kids anymore. Anyway, man, what's going on out there, man? What's happening with y'all?
Oh man, nothing much. Sit back, relax, and chilling.
Different kind of show today. Different kind of show. I did come up with an idea that I forgot to share with y'all before the show. So I'll share it with you now. I'll share it with you right on. I ain't scared.
All right.
So we're almost in the mode of counting down to the showdown coming back and the off-season going away. And since the NFL season has kicked off, the NFL's schedule has been released. Mm-hmm. Starting next week, we are going to start predicting what's going to happen. We're going to start giving our way too early predictions about who's going to win what game. But we're going to do it differently this year than we did last year.
Okay.
Last year, we went team by team and went down their whole schedules. This year, we're going to go week by week.
Yes, I like it.
That way, we're not accidentally saying, okay, Colts going to beat Pittsburgh, and then next 2 weeks later, we're going, the Pittsburgh going to beat the Colts, because we don't realize it's the same damn game. This time, we're going to go week by week.
Okay.
And we're going to guess every game of a particular week. How many weeks we cover in one show? It's going to depend on the time. So we'll just play it by ear from there.
It'd be the way too early showdown. Fair
enough. And that's going to be our countdown to the showdown.
I love it.
Coming back and the off season going away.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Tonight we're going to do something completely different because. First of all, we're going to do something just the same. We're going to do a shot. And this shot goes out to everybody out there packing pistols. What's up, though?
Second Amendment. Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Oh, John fucking with y'all.
Yep, and that's where I'm going with that. That is where I'm headed. But before I get to the Ja Morant saga, just think about what you want to say about it. I want your takes, and I got something else to share. I do want to touch on something that happened in our fantasy football world. So in our fantasy football world, we belong to two different groups that we pretty much frequent. That is BSB, which is the Broad Street Bullies group. And there's also SWFFG, which is Southwest Fantasy Football Group.
SWV for short.
SWFFG is the more active because they keep up more drama.
Mm-hmm.
They keep up the drama because Johnny the mechanic is the master manipulator, and his son is trying to follow in his footsteps.
That's short, Bus, by the way.
So the two of them really, really, really keep the drama going.
Mm-hmm.
They've been dodging us.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Clash. So this year, they finally accepted the challenge and said they're not going to dodge us. We got the Clash set up. The EFG Collective put together big up to Melvin, did a masterful job putting together a strong squad. And Johnny the mechanic, the lawnmower mechanic, decided that he was going to be the master manipulator and tried to draw some of the members out of our group by saying, if you guys want to play us, then you can't play with them. You got to play. So basically, they had to quit the Clash to play this other tournament called the Celebrity Deathmatch, as opposed to just playing the guys twice.
I don't see why they don't just play him twice.
I see why, because he's scared of the collective. That's why. I mean, let's call it what it is. As they said in House Party, I smell pussy. But anyway, so there was some controversy in that because at first the guys from BSB decided they were going to quit and go do their tournament because they really want that tournament, which Jeb really don't want to play them. I mean, let's be real. He doesn't care. It was his whole motive is not to set up a rematch against them. His motive was to manipulate
And get out the
tournament
Clash.
that he's afraid of.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's to manipulate and sabotage the tournament he's afraid of. He don't really want to play it. He don't really care. So, what's your thoughts on all of that, man? I won't even talk about how it all played out to the end. I think I've said enough, but I'm gonna let y'all speak on it because when if I speak on it, I get everybody kicked out the group.
I don't know. I just think it was a shady move. It was a power move, but it was a shady move. It was a Tariq move.
Well, as far as
Speaking of Tariq, remind me to tell you something after Waze' take. Go ahead, Waze.
Okay.
I was in the Clash. Still, technically, I guess I'm still in the Clash. When it comes to the move, you don't make moves like that unless you have something to worry about. You don't try to diminish another team out of participants unless you have something to fear or worry and be nervous of. Because this buy-in is huge. The payout is nice. People's going to be afraid to lose money, and clearly one group is very afraid to lose money because they're the ones trying to shut the other group completely out of the league itself.
So
It actually seemed like Jab is scared of Carlson and Ricardo.
no, what Jab is scared of the collective. That's what it is. That Jab is scared of the collective, and what he is trying to do is put chinks in the armor.
Okay.
That's why. So if I can break up the collective and then make them scramble to do something different than what they already had planned and locked, then I'm sabotaging what they put together, and that's his whole thing.
Okay.
He don't care about Carlton and Ricardo. He doesn't give a damn. Yeah, it ain't no secret. Jab cares about me. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are anybody other than me, he really is manipulating you. He doesn't care. He wants to kick my. He wants to get at me like I'm trying to get at this fly. And just like this fly, he losing. Like I'm losing to this fly. This motherfucker is not been touched yet. That's me. I'm the fly, and he's me. I'm trying to get this. I'm telling you. It ain't got nothing to do with you, Carlton. It ain't got nothing to do with Ricardo. So their best move would have been to just say, it's okay, we good, we just gonna roll with the collective. That would have shut him down. But they bit the bait. So now everything's in limbo. As it stands, the Clash is off. The Clash is not off. The Clash has changed to us against BSB. And us against the fake FG.
Ain't this the same? Ain't this the same type of stuff they pulled last year with the Clash too?
I'm not going there. Yes, but yes,
It's a
they
pattern.
dodged this last year. They dodged this last year too. Year before last, they played a lot of games. I mean, it's every year they do all this stuff to play games, and get us, the dude fears us. The
Yep.
dude fears us.
Well, and that was the one thing I was going to bring up and that's what I've noticed as to why it's not about Carlton and the guys from BSB. It's one, the collective as a whole has his number. Each person that's in the collective that was going into the clash has beaten or placed ahead of Johnny from what I've noticed in numerous weeks.
100%.
And so his best move was to do what he did. I'm not really all too interested in all that. No matter what the competition is, I'm in it. I'm working. I'm coming for it. But in the end, when it came to the SW part of this, yeah, I've said what I've had to say throughout the year. Last year, I've been with the group about the leader of that sector.
Now I'm gonna say this, man. And being money on the table, that's where the bullshit gets to be a little more than fun, right? It's money on the table. Play the shit out. Don't stop playing games with other people's money.
Exactly.
You're playing games with other people's money now, and that's one reason why I'm like, you know what? I'll be out in a minute because we had it all set. It was fair and square. We put our squad together. You put your squad together, and now you got to come and manipulate ours because you're scared ours look better than yours, and that's bullshit because there's money on the table. So
Right.
in that regard, it's bullshit, and that's all the jokes aside. But I would like to say to his bitch ass follower Acorn, who like to throw the word coward around, say, yeah, you want to call names, I'm calling names. God damn it. That's why I said I was leaving you alone in the group because I get kicked out for calling you the bitch that you are. Right? So when you come to calling people coward, you like to throw that word around, but you following the biggest coward in the group. We ain't the ones that's trying to manipulate y'all because we scared of y'all. We challenged you.
Mm-hmm.
And now your leader is the one that's trying to manipulate our squad because he's scared. Now you tell me who's the coward,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell you who's the bitch. That said, I'm done. I'm ready to move on. I am ready to move on because I'm done with that. I didn't mean to even get that involved with it. I didn't mean to get that into it, but since I went there, and we're going to leave it alone. I'm going to move on. Let me take a sip. That done pissed me off. Let that fucking fly. I want to smash that motherfucker. I was looking forward to kicking Jab's ass, to be honest. My passion to play against BSB is not in existence. My passion was to kick Jab's ass and everybody that's running with him. Anybody running with him just because they're running with him. I ain't got nothing against nobody in your crew except you.
Mm.
And everybody else is just collateral damage. That's how I feel about it. But it's all right. Because I'm going to kick his ass all up and down the field in all the other leagues. That said, we got a problem.
What's that?
Ja Morant, a guy I used to take a lot of pride in saying I discovered him before the average fan. Big fan of his in college. I called it. I said he going number 2 and he going to be better than Zion. And now he's a star. He came out there. He's showing everybody what I knew he would. And he talks a lot of shit. But he can't stay out of trouble. He can't stay out of trouble.
He loved the Second Amendment, don't he?
Off the court, he just does a lot of stupid shit. He runs with the wrong crowd. He doesn't value the fact that he's got all the money in the world at his hands.
He's not originally from Jacksonville, is he?
I don't know where he's from originally, but the dude is like, he's hustling backwards.
Yeah.
Most niggas get out. When most niggas in the hood want to try to make some millions so they can get out the hood. This nigga facing a $200 million contract, and he's trying to be hood.
He acting like a Jacksonville rapper.
He's acting like a dumbass. He's acting his own way. He is truly hustling backwards.
Yep.
I'm just gonna call it as it is. He's acting like a boy, and not a man, and that's
exactly.
He doesn't have the maturity, and I think he's too far behind on his maturity level to even be considered a responsible adult in any way.
He's acting like somebody that was never accepted by the in crowd, and now the in crowd is accepting him, and
he don't know how to handle it.
Don't need them now.
Right.
The difference is you get to a point where you're successful and you say, I'm the in crowd. But now the in crowd wants to be with him and he's trying to be with the in crowd, and it's like, dude, you're beyond the in crowd. You past that. You running with losers. You running with losers.
Yep.
Yeah.
They living off you. And you're going to find yourself.
You know who he should talk to? Michael Vick.
Why?
Because it's pretty much the same situation. Kind of. He's running with the wrong crowd. He's running with the users and the losers instead of the winners. And that's the same thing Michael Vick was doing when they was fighting them dogs in his house and ended up getting him put in prison.
There's a lot of people he can talk to. I mean,
Ray Lewis.
I'm going to say Ray Lewis is actually a fair one because they got in a lot of trouble and Ray never got in trouble again.
Nope.
He dissed them niggas. Y'all out. I'm out on y'all.
Yep.
Snitched him out and left him alone. Left him behind.
Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Period. Told him what up. This is what happened, and I'm out.
But if he gonna post Instagram,
y'all ain't put me in that position ever again.
But the thing about Ja is he's putting himself in that position.
You know, well, this last one. For those that don't know, what happened was he. I'm going to bypass all of the other off the court issues that he had because there was a lot more than we talk about. But there was 2 gun incidents that made big news. One was, there's another alleged gun. There's a couple more alleged gun incidents, but these are 2 where he was on camera. He was in a club in Denver, and he held up a gun while he's singing along with the song NBA YoungBoy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on Instagram, right? He got suspended, came out, made a statement. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I ain't going to do it no more. I got to be better than that. Just last week, he's riding in a car with his homies that he's gotten in trouble with the last 3 times he was gotten in trouble. With several times, he's always with these same niggas, right? And one of them got the camera on, and they listening to NBA YoungBoy again, and he point the camera at Ja, and Ja holds up a pistol. And he pulled the camera away like, what, nigga, what you doing? He pulled the camera away fast, not realizing Ja was about to hold the pistol up. So, yeah, yes, it's his right to have a gun. It is his right to have a gun. Whether that particular one was registered and he's registered to have it, I don't know. That's fine and dandy. But you play for the NBA and they have rules too. And
right.
You got a company that has rules, their rules can supersede the laws.
Yeah.
Right.
Period, point blank.
Shit, they already suspended you once.
But they said that was largely because he was in the club and intoxicated.
Well, not from what I heard, he's indefinitely suspended now.
And he's because they have to determine what the punishment is going to be.
Right. That's why it's indefinite. But he's officially he's suspended right now.
He is suspended right now, and I think it's going to be up to the team to really suspend him for a significant amount of time. I don't think the league is going to do as much as they should. David Stern, if David Stern was still in the league, he'd be out for.
He'd be out.
He'd be out for a year.
At least.
Yeah,
at least.
Nah, just a year. Not more than that. He's too good. He's too much of a money maker. Yeah. He makes too much money for the league. There's a reason why he makes money. It's because of the people he makes money for. Right.
Right.
So when he makes $200 million, best believe he's making a lot more for somebody else. So they have to consider that. How much? What is his worth to us? But there's been some other people who made some comments that I thought were interesting. Both of these takes are lengthy, so I'm gonna say we can leave our mics hot if you want to chime in anytime during this. The first one is from one of my favorite guys. I love him so much more after his career than I did during his career. But the always entertaining Kwame Brown has something to say.
So, John Moran, you like to play with guns, huh, boy? You like to play with guns, huh, boy? You like to play with guns. So instead of you just being in your house, buying all the guns you want, playing with all the guns you want off camera, you want to get in trouble for having a gun at a club, give a bullshit apology, and then show a gun on Instagram Live. I've heard of NBA young boy, but you NBA dumb boy. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the league.
Oh.
Kwame Brown is my fucking hero.
Hey, you know the only thing that would have made that better
Who?
is if we would have had Juvenile, playing in the background.
No, I don't know if they would have made.
You like to play with guns, huh?
Like Kwame Brown. This is
not her.
NBA dumb boy.
You got $231 million promised to you, and you want to be a fucking thug?
What?
Yeah, it's okay for you to have a gun. You have you have a right. You have a Second Amendment right to have a gun. But what the fuck do you keep pulling it out menacing for? What is up with all this music you keep listening to? Is this music putting you in a trance, dumbass boy? Because this music is about to cost you your fucking career. You're going to be bouncing around with niggas all day long, just listening to music in the backyard of a goddamn shack if you keep on being a jackass. You's an NBA dumb boy. And your friends ain't your goddamn friends.
No.
Because I done dumb shit before. And you know when I noticed a real friend, they're going to tell you when you wrong.
Yep.
And then they ain't going to argue with you. But they just not going to participate and go with you in the bullshit.
Bingo.
See, a real friend don't keep telling no man over and over and over what's right and what's wrong. You just tell them and you let them make their own decision. But you don't, I wouldn't be the friend in the car next with you recording you doing something stupid.
You know what? He's so on point with that shit.
Yeah.
He is so on point with that shit. He went on for a long time more. I mean, he went on for like 9 minutes. I'm not going to play 9 minutes of Kwame. Even though he's very entertaining, I could do a lot more. Just a little more. Just a little more Kwame.
That nigga that got that cell phone and knew a gun and know you dumb enough to pull it out on camera, he should have never been recording your dumb ass because you NBA dumb boy.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man, I'm going to make sure Little Pork Chop watch this.
I'm gonna have to get back to a little more Kwame later, but there was someone else that pointed out that John Morant was throwing up gang signs in games, and the gang sign was recognized as the Rolling 60s. Throwing up the Rolling 60s gang sign. And Brick Baby of the Rolling 60s was asked, what do you think about that? Brick Baby is a Crip, a Rolling 60s Crip, and he had this to say.
How do you feel about him, allegedly throwing up Crip multiple times?
I don't think so. Run it in. You know what's up. And you ain't fucking with the gangland like that. You throwing them ends up, that's gonna cost you, nigga. That's what I was gonna say anyway. Nigga, that's gonna cost you anyway. What you want to do? Pay the Crips for the rest of your life? Because that's gonna cost you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never been to the 60s, nigga. You keep throwing up ends and all that shit when you and throwing up C's and all that. Nigga, you ain't even from this shit. You ain't even from this shit, no way, shape, or form. Like, when you get put on in Memphis, dead homies. Like, come on, let's be real, cuz. Like, start being real with yourself. You a basketball player, cuz you want to come step into this field. We can show you a whole lot about this shit. Matter of fact, set up a meeting for me and Ja Morant since he want to be a Crip. So I bet you he don't never show up. And it's on some friendly shit. I don't got no beef with you, Ja. You like the face of, like, the NBA. You like the new face of the NBA, and you with this. You claim you a part of the culture, man. Be the positive side of the culture, like you been. You don't got no felonies. You ain't grow up fucking shit up and all that. You might have smoked some weed or whatever the case is, but come pull up on me. Look, we gonna hang out this summer on the off season. Since you want to be with this dead homies, I bet you don't be picking up my phone and all that, because our regular life.
I don't know if y'all caught that, man. He said on the off season.
Our regular everyday life you gonna be scared of, and then you gonna be thinking that we putting you in the middle of that, but we just coming to kick it and all that. Like, you gonna see all this aggression, and you gonna see how we really act, like, you know what I'm saying? But this is just us being normal, no problems or nothing. You're not gonna wanna be a part of that, so stop acting like that's what you wanna be a part of. When them fades get issued out, when the ops come slide, do you really wanna be a part of this? With 200 million?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know something. Like, nigga, stop throwing that shit up. Like, nigga, don't with you. Draymond give back to the community. So it's like, when Draymond do it, like, hey, man, all right, hey, you shouting us out in a positive way because you over here giving, you give backpacks, you give food. Nigga, our kids ain't never benefited off of Ja Morant. What is you throwing that shit up on it? Like, come on, bro.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? And then you throwing up 60s and you kicking it with, I don't know.
He just thrown out a little secret of the industry.
What's that?
A lot of people that claim they part of the gang life in the music industry, in sports, they bought their way in.
Right.
They had to pay their way in.
Unless they were already in. I'll go into some of the comments that I heard that I was reading underneath this post, and somebody said Russell Westbrook was throwing up the same shit, and this guy responded, and he was legit. He said, "Yeah, but Russ is from the land, nigga. Russ's daddy is still rolling with the 60s,
right?" But
his daddy's still banging out here in these streets.
Yep, and like you said, Draymond, he pays.
Yeah, but he goes and gives shit to the kids. You know, he takes care of the kids. He gives back to the community. So you can't just throw our shit up and think it's cool.
Right?
You think it's cool. You either roll with us, you know somebody, or you don't. Because like I said, Russ used to run with them niggas, so that was different for him.
Yep.
You ain't run with these niggas. No, they don't know you. And then you don't even come out here and do nothing for nobody. No, nigga. You got to pay for that.
Oh yeah.
That comes with a price. That comes at a cost, physically or monetarily. It comes at a cost.
One of my dad's favorite sayings. Both my dad and my stepdad. Ass, cash, or grass ain't nothing for free.
Ain't nothing free. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing free. Speaking of which, a little more Kwame Brown.
Thank God you can shoot a goddamn basketball, you can jump, because that's about all you can do. Your brain is fucked up.
Hey, that's what I think every time I see one of these people on Instagram with their guns just playing around with it.
Kwame Brown
got to be famous.
Kwame Brown is incredible. He is incredibly funny. we're gonna keep him queued because we're gonna do some more Kwame. But yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
that's enough job for one day. Don't you think?
Yep.
Waze, did you have anything else to add about him?
Just an NBA dumb boy.
NBA dumb boy. Big up to Kwame Brown, who is absolutely the most entertaining guy after basketball. I mean, during the season, he was nobody, man. I mean, he was trash. Nobody showed him any respect, but boy, he got his time to shine, and it's different. He don't care what nobody think.
He's the Jamarcus Russell of the NBA.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He has made himself famous. I have not heard Marcus Russell speak. So yeah, Kwame.
Oh no, I'm not talking about now. I'm just saying
Kwame has explained his stance in regards to a lot of the criticism too. So
yeah,
I'm not putting him there. I'm not putting him. He was like, I was a kid, man. I was 18 years old. Michael Jordan didn't want me on that team. So he treated me like shit every day just to prove I didn't belong. That was a lot for an 18-year-old to deal with. And then I turn on the TV, I pick up a paper, and y'all piling on.
Yeah.
That was a lot for an 18-year-old to deal with. But anyway, we moved on from that. Enough about that right now. I can't let any criticism come to Kwame. He's my hero now. Kwame Brown is my hero. But I got something for y'all.
Okay.
We're going to wrap it up with this. The NFL way too early post free agents and draft power rankings.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
At number 32. Anybody want to guess who's bottomed out? Who is at the bottom?
Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals is number 32. They said they are most improved at cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
At number 31, the Houston Texans.
Wow.
Right? Number 30, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I could see that as well.
With Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
So,
quarterback.
and I saw somebody dump their quarterback to pick up Baker. I forgot who he dumped. But I will say this: each year I have a group of friends, and it's funny because all of us are fans of other teams. As you know, I'm a 49er. My best friend is a Steelers fan, and But once a year, we all get together and we travel out of town to go to a Lions game somewhere outside of Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, we live all over. We're kind of scattered anyway. Well, two of us are here now because I used to be in Houston, so we would always, But so this year we decided we're going to see Tampa Bay. The Lions are going to be traveling to Tampa Bay in October, so I've already booked my trip. So we're heading down to Tampa Bay to watch the Lions game in October.
Okay. That's a nice time down there too in Tampa Bay.
Never been, so it'll be fun. And I made sure I got me a hotel that's close to the airport, like I always do, just in case I get real drunk the night before. I can still stumble my way there. And I rented a convertible.
Hey, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Number 29, the Indianapolis Colts.
Mm.
They said they are most improved at quarterback.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Anthony Richardson and Carson Wentz. Yeah.
Number 28, the Tennessee Titans.
I can see it.
Allegedly most improved at the offensive line. And with a post-free agent ranking of 27, the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
He got quiet. He quiet over there. You heard him? You heard him.
That was a really nice long pause.
Feelings hurt. feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Most improved at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Where do you think they most improved at? Since you're the Bears.
Hell, I see them improve that linebacker, offensive
Or so the
line.
receiver.
They only got one receiver that's of caliber, but they got two top caliber linebackers.
So they said the Bears wide receivers recorded the fewest catches. Upgrading the group of pass catchers around Justin Fields was their priority and led to trading top overall pick for DJ Moore, in addition of a true number one receiver to the room, whose leader in 22 is Darnell Mooney, topped out at 493 receiving yards. Is what Bears believe will help Fields take the next step as a passer. And between Moore, Mooney, Chase Claypool, Equanimeous St. Brown, and rookie Tyler Scott, the Bears have a more established group of pass catchers. That's what the experts say. Okay.
Well, I see what they're saying, but they improved that linebacker, defensive tackle. They improved all over.
They said the most improved. I didn't say where they improved. I said the biggest improvement.
I would say linebacker.
Was at the receiving core.
For me, it would be linebacker.
Yeah, well, you would be wrong. Number 26, because you probably would have had the Bears ranked up in the top 10.
No.
At number 26, the Atlanta Falcons. They got the Bears behind the Falcons.
Wow.
And the Falcons shows the most improvement on defense.
Okay.
The Los Angeles Rams come in at number 25. And their biggest improvement was the backup quarterback situation. How about that? That sucks when your biggest improvement is backup quarterback. Number 24, the Washington Commanders. This sucks. Their biggest improvement, offensive coordinator. How about that?
Wow.
Number 23, the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Most improved is offensive line. The 22 is the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, OG, hold on just a second. Is that fly still flying around in your place?
Yes.
Oh, because I got one flying around in my place now.
You think he made it to Minnesota?
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't seen him in a minute. It might be him.
That motherfucker done came through the goddamn screen.
And made his way to Minnesota. That damn fly. I was talking to a guy at work the other day, and I said, "What's your phone?" He gave me his email address, and I saw the MEN, but I didn't pay much attention. I said, MEN, it's just Minnesota. So what's your phone number? 612. Say, hold up, 612. You in the smoke session? Anyway, Carolina Panthers is 22. Most improved at quarterback.
Yeah.
At 21, New Orleans Saints. Biggest improvement again, quarterback.
Yeah, David Carr.
Y'all gonna love this one. At number 20, the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Most improved,
Quarterback.
nowhere.
It didn't improve anywhere.
How do you lose Aaron Rodgers and you don't go down?
I think 20 is down.
Nah.
Yeah, I think 20's down.
So the
Yeah.
possibility we could be underestimating Jordan Love as well.
What he's really questioning is, how do you lose Aaron Rodgers and still be better than the Bears? That's what's really bothering him.
How do you lose Aaron Rodgers and be better than anybody?
Maybe they were good outside of that.
Yeah.
This is an all-out rebuild.
Yeah.
No matter
All right,
what
we'll
you wanna
see.
call it.
I look for them to be number 32 this year.
Well, they said their most improvement came nowhere.
Yeah, they lost.
Damn, they didn't improve at all.
Yeah,
And
they
they're
lost,
still better than the Bears.
and they
Still
lost.
better than the Bears.
They
Without
lost Robert
their-
Tonyan. They lost their tight end to the Bears. They lost
They
their
lost.
quarterback to the Jets.
They lost Lazard. They lost Cobb. They lost Tanyan. They lost a Mercedes Lewis.
Why? No one's gonna
They
be
picked up
expecting-
Lucas Van Ness. They still got Jones and Dillon.
Yeah.
And
No one knows what to
they
expect.
also picked up Rashawn Gary.
No one's gonna know what to expect from Green Bay.
Well,
I
I
expect them to lose.
be better than the Bears.
I expect them to lose.
I expect them to be better than the Bears. They own the Bears.
No,
They could
not
have
no more.
Chicago Packers.
Not no more.
Yeah, he said
Number 19.
Jets do now.
At number 19, the Las Vegas Raiders. And they are most improved at the pass rush. The pass rush.
Okay.
That was a tongue twister for me. Number 18, the Cleveland Browns. A team that I think is quietly dangerous. Especially considering they're saying they most improved at wide receiver. When we are about to be on the lookout for the emergence of quarterback Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Number 17, the New York Football Giants.
Okay.
Saying they're most improved at receiver.
Yeah, I could see that.
Number 16, the New England Patriots.
Oh,
Another one, most improved at offensive coaching.
damn.
Pittsburgh Steelers come in at number 15, most improved at offensive line.
Oh.
At number 14, you're going to like this one, Big Ed. The Minnesota Vikings,
Who lost everybody?
most improved at defensive coordinator.
Yeah, because they lost everybody else.
At number 13,
They just lost Darius Smith. Go ahead. Number 13.
I'm letting you finish. I know you're venting. Because they're 14 spots ahead of the Bears, but I
About
got
to say,
you. At number 13, the Detroit Lions,
Watch,
okay.
it's going to be the Bears and Lions for the NFC North this year.
most improved at secondary.
Bro, you gotta slow
Yeah.
down drinking if that's what you're thinking.
That rhymed. That rhymed. All right. At number 12, the New York Jets, most improved at quarterback.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is over Zach Wilson.
At number 11, the Seattle. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Big Waze.
I was gonna say I'd probably say the receivers. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a great pickup, but that receiving core they picked up on the offseason was amazing.
They did improve that receiver as well, yeah. But considering how big of a difference they made at quarterback, I get it. Considering that all of their quarterbacks combined threw for less than half the touchdowns and almost double the interceptions. That's a huge difference. At number 11, the Seattle Seahawks, most improved at secondary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 10, the Jacksonville Jaguars,
Gonna be something to be feared this year.
most improved at running back.
Damn, and they had Travis Etienne.
With Tank Bigsby, man.
Ooh.
Ooh, Tank gonna be a monster.
and James Robinson and Jermichael Hasty
Oh,
and Dearness Johnson. And number 9, the Los Angeles Chargers. They say most improved at wide receiver, mostly because they're getting Keenan and Mike Williams back, and then they picked up Quentin Johnston.
ooh.
And number 8, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
And most
Yes.
improved at wide receiver.
Yeah, picking up OBJ.
OBJ, Zay Flowers. Yeah, they're stacked.
And then signing Lamar.
And number 7, the Dallas Cowboys.
Who did they pick up?
Most improved defensive line. They picked up Mozzie Smith out of Michigan.
They already had a good defensive line.
Yeah, that'd be tough. At number 6, the Miami Dolphins. Most improved at defense.
Yeah.
I think that's high for them, man.
Yeah.
It's high for them. Tua got to stay healthy. He got some head injuries.
I was gonna say, especially since they didn't pick up a backup Tua.
At number 5, most improved at defensive tackle, the San Francisco 49ers.
Interesting.
At number 4, the Buffalo Bills. They say they're most improved at offense.
They already had a damn good offense.
I was gonna say, boy, why are they at number 4? Like, if they improved offense, then they're clearly the Super Bowl winners.
I would have said straight up they improved their running game, but then they did pick up the tight end. They picked up the new upgraded tight end. They upgraded their running back. I don't think did they really upgrade much at receiver?
No.
Oh, they did work their offensive line quite a bit, though.
Okay, that makes a big difference as well. So we'll see.
But that would equate to the running game for me.
At number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes. Actually, I would have said they were the most. They'd be number 1.
Most improved at cornerback.
Just corner.
I was gonna say defense in general.
Just corner.
They forgot about the edge rushing they just added.
He's gay. Number 2, his Cincinnati Bengals. Most improved at offensive tackle,
Yeah.
which is a huge deal for Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
And at number 1 is the reigning Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. They are considered to be most improved at the edge.
Okay.
So there it is, folks. They've got 3 of the top 4 teams. 3 of the top 5 teams are in the AFC. So if these power rankings played out correctly, it would once again be Kansas City against the Bengals and the 49ers against the Eagles in the conference championship games.
Yeah. Okay.
With the Bills on the outside looking in. With the Cowboys.
Okay.
So, any
Interesting.
input other than the fact that Chicago is far too high on the list? They should be down in the 30s. Other than that, what else do
You mean
have?
Green? You meant Green Bay?
What else do you have?
That's it. Just you meant Green Bay. Just had to clear that mistake up.
I'm in Chicago.
Green Bay is way too high at 20.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
agree. I think Green Bay would be 25 under, personally.
Addition by subtraction is not addition.
But I will still say they would be over the Bears. Aaron Rodgers will prove once again that it's never been about the Packers owning the Bears. It was always about Aaron Rodgers sonning the Bears.
Except for the fact that they don't play the Jets this year.
This is true, but they will eventually play.
You're missing. The only way they'll play is in the Super Bowl. So what are you saying? It's going to be the Bears and Jets in Super Bowl?
No, the Bears are just going to be much happier.
No. What you just said is Aaron Rodgers got to prove that he owns the Bears. It's going to be the Bears and Jets in the Super Bowl. They just came out your mouth.
Hey, that is not what I said. I never said.
That is what you said.
The same.
That's the only way they're going to play this year. That's the only way they're going to play this year.
I didn't say that.
That's the only way they're going to play this year.
I said eventually, as in the next 10 years. No.
Aaron Rodgers is done by next year.
Okay, yeah. No, he hasn't played the Bears next year, so that's not true.
Aaron Rodgers is done next year. So you forget that. Unless they play unless the Bears and Jets play in the Super Bowl this year, your fantasy can't become true.
Okay. But yeah, Bears number 31.
Oh,
Vikings number 32. Oh,
no, talk about wishful thinking.
I was about to say the only reason that wasn't a big O because you don't really believe that. All right, man. Well, that was a lot of fun, man. I appreciate y'all for coming, for watching and dealing with us. And even though, we get into our personal shit here, but that was the off season for tonight. I want to thank y'all for joining us. I'm your boy, OG Tim Wilson, on behalf of the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways. We want to thank y'all for watching. Yeah, big up to the collective, absolutely. And make sure if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.